You know, right, look, for the first time since October, I've got sunglasses out. Right, what are we talking about? We're going down to... So the dumping thing, there was a brush or something, there was something light, and it was wrapped. It was just a bit of a mistake that I made, was when I first came across the rubbish that had been dumped down at the roundabout, I had a rake through, and there was this thing all wrapped up, and I didn't know what it was, but I think it was a broom that somebody had bought and never actually unwrapped. So it looked at I looked at the video again yesterday, so I made a mistake, is that it more than likely had an address on it at the top. So when I looked again, it was gone. So somebody has picked it up, and I don't mind you doing that. It's not a deal with me anyway, but if you've taken it for the broom, which is a decent idea, give the address to the authorities. That's all I'm saying about that, right? And that's the mistake that I made. By not... Well, I didn't take it, did I? I left it there. And it looks... Well, I can't see it anymore. So somebody's picked it up and taken it. Because at the end of the day, that is horrible, and if there's more and more of that happening, soon the whole place will look like, well, the whole country's looking like a complete shithole. But I mean, I knew that was going to happen when they started tightening up the recycling centres. I knew that. So okay, we've got that out of the way now. The assisted dying bill. So I talked a bit about abortion yesterday, didn't I? So it's all connected in what we're doing. But the 20 zones, bear with me, will you? The 20 zones, the 20 miles per hour speed limit was rejected at the Scottish Parliament and by Mark Ruskell. The bill was put forward by Mark Ruskell, Green Communist, and it was rejected. And as soon as it was rejected, the Scottish Government put in plans to have local councils implement 20 zones under a TRO. So now the vast majority of villages, a lot of A roads, towns, cities in Scotland have 20 zones, 20 miles per hour zones, which goes against the bill. So can you see, so a lot of people, when I start going about 20 zones, they go, it doesn't really bother them, or they don't care. But that's my point, is that do care, because corruption, so that's the thin end of the wedge. That is corruption by government bodies. You know, that's so the Scottish Government is actively pushing these local councils to implement these 20 zones, which go against their own Scottish Parliament. So just go figure, just think about it for a bit. Well, if they've done it with that, can they do it with the assisted dying bill? I know it's like a bit much for some of you to think about. I get it quite like, there's another thing. I'm going to change subjects, but basically that's my... Like, if we want to go into that, it's quite a contentious subject. the assisted dying bill, all that type of thing. And the most remarkable thing is that when I find myself listening to Richard Lucas and find myself agreeing with him all the time, because I find it a bit strange, but we're talking about abortion rights, so it kind of comes under women's rights. It's brought up time and time again. It's horrifying what they do. They kill children. That's what they are. And it happens all the time. And if you think that's conspiracy theory, you are an idiot. You know. So we've got enough death and destruction and dying as it is. We don't need an assisted dying bill. We don't need 20 miles per hour speed limit. The Parliament agrees on both, but the Scottish Government, that's a woodpecker, isn't it? The Scottish Government is going to go ahead and do it anyway. That's what I'm talking about, as in these lot, they don't work for us. They work for themselves, or whoever, I don't actually know. Probably corporations. So I would have that place shut, but that's another argument. So what other topics we've got today? I've been getting told quite a lot, and it's just happened this week, that I'm a Russian bot. Several times I'm getting told this. I'm not a Russian bot. I'm a real human being. I'm here. I've got opinions, and I've got rights, and I'm doing videos, putting my opinion across about various different things. I'm not a Russian bot. I think it's because as this channel grows, like, so if we're talking on YouTube, well, I've started putting them on Facebook. Gradually, in the last couple of years, I put videos on Facebook. So, it adds up, you know, and it looks like thousands and thousands and thousands, and then, but it was on the something about the Reform Party, EVs, and just you name it, all that sort of thing. Wow, getting tired. So, what time is it anyway? I might need to turn round. What else do I want to talk about? Well, we'll talk about lots of things. There's loads of things to talk about. The EV thing, I can deal with that quite well. People are delusional, but I'll tell you what it is. It's a massive scam. Elon Musk is the richest man in the world, and the reason is it was part of a plan. Now, the EV, electric vehicles we're talking about, they were brought in under a lie, so it doesn't make sense under any analysis. It doesn't make sense. It's not. If you think it's for pollution, it doesn't do that. It's worse for pollution. So that's easy to sort out. And there's people that are delusional and they argue like mad and call me a Russian bot, blah blah blah. Right? The EV thing is a scam. Right? EVs, they could be a niche product, but they are indicative of the push by the Scottish Government, by the British Government, by the people that are pushing it, the European, the EU and everything, and who's pushing it? The WEF, the World Economic Forum. They're all pushing this, and it is a form of communism because they're not giving you the choice. So they're saying you must drive an EV. So they're trying to ban the sale of petrol and diesel cars, and they've done all sorts of different things, and banning cars. My car's banned from Glasgow, Edinburgh, Dundee, and Aberdeen. My diesel car. I'm a diesel van. The Renault van is. The Volkswagen isn't because it's older. Right, so the EV thing is a complete scam. And under any analysis, that can be, I can argue, I can put across science and all the things, and what happens is they just get frustrated and they call me a Russian bot or whatever, right? That's easy, I can do that, no bother. The other things are a bit more social. Fucking hell. What other stuff is different. What am I talking about? Well, it's very difficult talking about assisted dying and stuff like that. But I don't agree with it. I think we've got it already. Assisted dying. That dog sort of did that kind of approach. Just going to come and go mad when it comes out the top. Right, thanks for watching. I'm going to turn you around. Hello, and what time is it? It's hello, welcome to the channel. Just been doing a wee chat about the usual topics. We'll talk about a wee bit about assisted dying and a bit about EVs. A bit about the accusations that I'm a Russian bot, which are starting to happen quite a lot. So it's 9:40. Oh, the other one was the independence thing, yeah. Yeah, the independence thing's a funny one, like, it really is. The hell's that I'm looking at there? I thought I could see a truck or something. They are right there, right there. A van or something. Right, so we're going down truck spotting. We're going to have a chat on the way down about. So basically, yeah, the independence thing is just, people are just deranged when they start going on about that. That's definitely a cult organisation, the Scottish National Party and its followers. So basically, you've got to believe at all costs, and that's how they do it, and that's how they get voted, regardless of what the fuck's going on. So that. I mean, you can argue with them if you like and kind of put across stuff, but it's kind of really difficult to get anywhere. They are fundamentally stupid, really. So people that believe in these politicians, that is stupidity. Yeah, I'd say it's fair to say that. I'm not being mean or unkind. It's absolutely fair to say that. So we've got them. That thing always creeps around, and you're always going to get. So Swinney and co are always going to get, a certain level of votes. Always. They're always going to get it. Because regardless of what's happening and what they've done, there's these people believe in that. But it's like Ed Miliband. He believes in net zero. He really believes it. I think he does. I think he genuinely believes. He said that. So Ed Miliband is mentally deranged. He doesn't look right. He doesn't sound right. He's deranged. I mean, if he was Scottish, well, he didn't have to be Scottish. If he was up here, he'd be a nationalist, probably. He's mad. Right? So he's going to destroy the Labour Party, the way things are going. So, like, Conservatives, Kemi Badenoch, I'm not keen on her, but never mind. They're just waiting their time. So the Reform Party are totally outspoken now that they're against, well, I think they always have been against net zero. So they're sort of like, in mainstream terms, they're sort of outsiders, aren't they? But, so, the Labour Party, because Starmer isn't actually a Marxist, he's a bit of a Tony Blair type. Is what he actually is. But Miliband is a Marxist, yeah. So that's green communism summed up for you, Ed Miliband. Yeah. Do as I say, Central government tells you electric cars are the answer, you do it. You've no choice. So, well, I'd rather buy a diesel. Well, you're not allowed to. The band. That's what communism is. And I know it's nuanced, and I know it kind of, it's not exactly nuanced, but it affects us in different ways in different parts of life. Right, so we're going to do a bit of truck spotting. It's 9:52. It is The 17th of March. It's the 17th. And we are at the Skiork roundabout. Sun is out. Yeah, so there's lots of stuff goes on. Right, so we'll talk over some of the stuff that's going on. I would like to have gotten down here earlier, but every morning I have to wow, some weight in that, innit? Right, I have to sort out the videos and stuff, and generally I'll start about 7 o'clock in the morning. Oh, a load of sand there. Yeah, generally I start at hey, Arnold Clark Van Rental, thank you for the honky honk honk. Cool seat covers. Yeah. So, C&D Motors, alright. Right, so what's been happening? Yeah, well, it's gotten a bit busy. It's got busy, guys. Just to prove I'm not a Russian bot, I'm a real living human being. Hey! Applied computer vision, alright then. Yeah, I'll try that. Yeah. Right. Yeah, it's twice a week. People have just turned up. People are starting to get the word out. Things are starting to grow. Dedication. A lot of sacrifice as well. I've maybe damaged relationships doing these videos that I might have been able to maintain. It's life's like that. And one relationship I have actually sacrificed, and I noticed one of the videos was up to 1,000 views. So sometimes I put videos on. I hope nobody watches them, but you know, so it's like, oh, it might be because I'm a bit of a chicken or something, or I'm a bit scared, you know. Generally, usually I. And so once that video, so basically I video the places that I go. I pretty much video everything, the journeys, the events that I go to, I video them, right? I know that's a positive thing, right? But sometimes, there's a tractor coming, sometimes things aren't positive, right? As in what's happened at the Corn Exchange. And unfortunately, Andrew Black, unfortunately it's been caused by inconsistent management, is what the problem is. Wiley Recycling, and that's what we've seen there. And I've found it, and it's started to affect me, and I was there, and basically we've all got to learn from things. So basically I've lost out because I might not be particularly welcome there now, you know, that's the downside of it. So you've got to weigh all that up, but that's the problem with doing these videos. That you've got to stand by what you believe in. I believe in the truth, you know, and stand up and be counted. I mean, it's easy for us all to run away from stuff. Easy. I do it all the time. I do it a lot. I've done it all throughout my life. Stand up and be a man, you know, or a woman, or whatever. Be whatever the fuck you are, but stand up and be it, right? So basically, people start behaving deceptively or doing weird things. That's their problem. Don't let them away with it. So that's essentially what happened there. We had a series of strange goings on, right? Alright, it's quite a big road roller. We had a series of odd, sort of manipulative, well, not even manipulative, they're just weird conversations. But when it came to, like, so when I finally had enough, when it came to money, and then somebody started taking advantage of me that way, that was it. It was only £1. It was only £1, but it was deceptive. I don't even know if they really thought about what they were doing. So basically we had a situation where we had somebody exercising controlling behaviour, which really seems to be just to be controlling rather than for any other purpose. And that's when I finally had enough. So ordinarily you could just leave quietly, don't go back. But obviously in this, Gail Gar, right, in this situation, well, the videos were up. I've been putting videos up. So basically videos are a good thing. But if you're going to behave like some kind of criminal or something, you're not a good thing. You should be upfront. So if your Facebook page says, this is what's happening, this is what the price is, this is when we're changing it, and then you go and do the opposite, then that's just weird. What was that car? That's just weird. Why would you do that? So you haven't looked at your own Facebook page? You're just going to do it ad hoc, whatever you feel in the day. And then there's other people paid a different price for the same service. That's obviously going to cause trouble. Obviously. And this sort of little girl thing where you think, oh well, don't tell anyone. It's a little wee sneaky thing. So that, well, look, get into that if you like. That is a sign of an abusive upbringing. Or this person hasn't come to terms with it. Being abusive to other people. As an adult. And I'm talking about somebody who's about 60 years old. You know, if you really get into all that, and it doesn't matter whether you're a millionaire or not, you've got to do the right thing. You know, being a millionaire, or being married to a millionaire, you have actually more responsibility to be a decent person, rather than less. Right, so that's... It doesn't mean that you can start abusing people or just do what the fuck you want, because you've got that money behind you, you've got that wealth behind you, and that's what I'm seeing. That's what I'm seeing there. And this is a sort of intelligent person, you know. It's not a stupid person. Cunning, yes. Stupid, no. It's just not right what you're doing. And I can smell it, and I can see it, and I don't like it, you know. Wow, I didn't quite make that out because of the sun, but we'll see it in the video. So I think it said something about Perth. Right. Yeah, so it's not right. Be right, do things right, and if you've got a business and you have prices and so on, and whatever, you shouldn't have any of these problems. You shouldn't have any, right? Shouldn't be a problem. But I mean, I've been doing car boots for years, and you do get this sort of thing. Shift the goalposts. The worst one was Jimmy Campbell. He was terrible for that. So basically, he would change things, you know. But and that was just about, I'm in control. You know, I'm going to control what's going on. But generally in business, if you've got a cohort of customers who are on your side, you shouldn't need to abuse them. You know, it should work out fine, and that has been, or it was. So what happened in Edinburgh was the price went up, which is another issue. I mean, end of the day, inflation and everything like that, right? So yeah, the price goes up. Well, the price went up at Falkirk as well, about maybe, I don't know, was it a year and a half or 2 years ago. It's actually quite warm today. I'm overdressed. Right, so the price is going up, but the take-ins are going down. You know, that was the other issue with it. So that was the sort of thing that didn't seem to affect or care. They don't seem to care about that. You know, that's your fault, you know. So, so when the video's got 1,000, it's approaching 1,000 views, and I thought, oh god. And that means there's a lot of people watching it. So what you see in the video is me getting screwed for £1 over and above what it should be. That's what you see. So you see, it's deceptive behaviour. Whether it's Yeah, and it doesn't really make a lot of sense either. It is what it is, and I sort of went along with it. Right, so the co-op's going that way. I went along with it, polite, like a polite sort of human being. Yeah, even though I was getting screwed, and I knew it. I went along with it. Yeah, you can do what you like. You're the one that's married to a millionaire, so you've got these powers, you know. And that behaviour comes. That's one of the problems that we have in society, is that these women have so much power over these men, and it's not a healthy power. It's not something at all healthy. When you've got somebody abusing their situation like that, and the man just can't really do anything about it, except from not do what I do, because I'm a thorn in that. I'm a thorn in their people like that side, because I come out with stuff. I don't play that game. I don't have to. You know, that's the bottom line. I don't have to play it. You know, I'm divorced. There's risk involved. There's risk. So if you get involved in business, I mean, women can do things, but they can cause so much damage because they're not. A lot of them, their minds aren't set up for business. They're set up for feelings and stuff. It generally doesn't work. They fail at business because of their emotions and everything, and they don't really know what they're trying to do. And because they're given money for nothing, a lot of them, they don't really work hard enough, and they just sort of screw things up. But they are very capable, some of them, you know, I'm not saying they're not. One in question is a lady that hasn't done my seats. A Ford with a fancy TCT. I don't quite make that out. So, the lady that's supposed to be doing my seats, there's another video coming up with that, right? We've got a load of rubble here, rubble trouble. It's Fernhall from Broxburn. That's 2 of them so far. Yeah, so there's people. There's a woman supposed to be doing the seats in my Granada, right? And she's capable. She's capable of actually doing them. But as a business person, she's highly incapable, right? And I haven't really spelled it out too much because it's still sort of in the air at the moment. But I don't think they're ever going to get it done. And you know, so we've got a trailer, BMW on it. Yeah, so you know, right. So where's that? So we've got humor's another thing. A lot of them don't get humour. It's a different type of intelligence. Humour comes from intelligence. One really bad example was my sister. She was like, any sense of humour at all. You know, you could say things. It was just like, it's almost like if you wave, there's nothing there. It's just this like little birds flying around. A lot of stuff they said years ago about women is probably true. And if you are a woman, if you want to switch off, switch off. But this is for your benefit as well, so you realise what other women are like. You know, I mean, that's the reality of it. So if you're a woman that's willing to listen to this, you've obviously got some type of intelligence, and you're going to stick around, you know. So a yellow truck there, alright, Broom, oh it's foreign, I don't think I've videoed it very well because I wasn't holding it right, never mind. Right, it's foreign, a foreign truck from Germany. Fucking right, I actually want to take my coat off. Yeah, Jesus Christ. This is the hottest day so far. Yeah, it definitely is. Right, it's the hottest day so far. Wow. So we're going to go up to Bannockburn next. That's my plan this morning. So I don't want to stay here too long. So what we're doing, what we've got is 7 minutes past 10. So unfortunately I'll be going, well, I'm going to go to Dundee on Saturday. But I'm probably going to start going to Bathgate more often than what I have been. And other times I'm going to try and get the art career established again. Just get more art done. So it might be that I do art on a Saturday. I'm going to have to maybe draw back from car boot sales. It's kind of dragging me back quite a bit. Yeah, it is. In some ways, yeah. An electric Audi, fuck's sake. Yeah, terrible car. Right, so yesterday, so we're still waiting. So Cameron's doing my Volkswagen, and he's next door to the lady that's supposed to be doing my seats. And I'm probably just going to go bankrupt. It kind of looks, well, they're going to shut up shop anyway, and then we'll have to try and, if that happens, we're going to have to try and get the material. I paid for the material, so that I was kind of done with that as well, because I paid £900 for material, right? And John Mitchell, and they bought, and I seen the actual material for the seats, but they never bought carpets. So the guy that was doing the carpets, she split up with him. That's her husband, and so he was the one that was doing the carpets. So I paid for carpets and leather for the seats, and I've seen the leather. So if we get that, that might be a step in the right direction. If we get somebody else to do it, if they're willing to do it. So that was I don't know, is that 400? I don't know how much a roll of leather costs. So they've used my money to buy something, but where's the rest of it gone? Well, they've spent it on rent or whatever. So we're actually kind of looking, I don't like saying this, but, and it's tricky because you're kind of like, you become a hostage to these situations. We're kind of looking at, well, fraud, really, you know, but, so we'll have to look into all that. I'll have to go to the bank, see if the bank can help, because I paid through bank transfer. Trans-Orion. A Trans-Orion? Wow. Trans-Orion. Wow, left-hand drive. Yay, a lot of foreign trucks about today. Poland. From Poland. Right, and oh aye. Yeah. It's from Poland. I sometimes wonder about some of these, like, you know. That's the sort of truck where they dumped all that shit down at the. You can't just go about accusing people of all that stuff. Starlight Council, best council in the country. Ah yes. I apologise for all the mean things. Oh, shut it. They know it themselves. It's just a job, innit? Right, so, right. What we've got here is we've got, wow, AJ Nelson. Now, there's a peep, a honk and a peep and a honk and a peep there. And a honk and a peep. Right. So what happens at that bit is usually there's a car on the inside. They need to drop back and let the trucker go, is what you need to do. They're biggest and they're busiest because they're working for a living. I'm not saying you're not, you might be, but they're biggest, right? So you drop back and let the trucker go, but that's what happens up there, and I think that's what happened then. Was the Volkswagen Scirocco, the red one. But I didn't video that, just tried to video a truck. It was in the inside lane and honked. Well, somebody honked. It was probably one of these, hello, I'm here honks, rather than I'm fucking angry honk. Right, well, we need to, so the bottom material, June 2025, paid through the bank transfer. So went in a personal account, which I find most people do that. Get a real I know who got it, I know who's supposed to do it. So if they think they're going to go and start up another company, yeah, right. So there's already been a lot of hassle from a certain community. But when you speak to her, she's really calm and cool and like there's nothing, the lights are on but there's nobody home. It's difficult to get angry, right? Which is good. You don't want to get angry, it's not going to do any good, is it? So, no, it's not. So, unfortunately I've been stuck. Yeah. This is bottom line. You give somebody money and you don't do what they've given you. What's a builder? You give money to a builder and they don't do it. You've got to get money back, ain't you? All the materials. It was bad business practice. It was bad on my part for getting involved with them. And now I'm sitting with a car that I can't use because I'm waiting for them to do the. Because they've got my seats, right? So I think something's probably going to happen with that soon. I'm not even naming anyone at the moment because, you know, it's because there's still a very slim chance of this done. Very, very, very slim. Or maybe if you prod the bear, maybe that brings the truth out. No intention of doing it, they're not going to do it. They had Mike Brewer around. Yeah, they had Mike Brewer. Around. Well, maybe I try and watch that video because I don't have Amazon Plus. That would be a good idea to watch that. The video when Mike Brewer came round. Yeah, let's do that. Right, so I'm going to move now. We're going to walk round the roundabout and we're going to head off up to Bannockburn. Right? Which way are you going to go? We need to put some WD-40 in this. Whoa. Ooh. Civic. A Honda Civic. Right, so let's go. Let's go, guys. Go, go, go. Go, 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 go. It's Cantine Transport, guys. Right. Some of them make contact. Some of them don't. So, hey, cool bike. Right. Biker. Right, let's go. Cross. Ooh. Yeah, so here we are. So I shut the gates yesterday, as those of you will probably know because I did the video. Yeah. You know that, don't you? Oh, I just smell. The smell of burning. Something's burning. Tyres, brakes, wheel bearing, something. Wow, that unmistakable smell. So I shut the gates yesterday. It would be good if we could try and find some evidence of in that pile of stuff down there. You know, coats. So a lot of the SNP types are really desperately against. I started thinking about Nigel Farage there, because it's that bank that got rid of him. A lot of them are desperately against. So basically all they've done there is they're just jumping from one tyrannical organisation. They don't like the other tyrannical organisation. They like the one that they've decided is okay. That's John Swinney and SNP, and they're madly deranged. mentally deranged. Right, so here we are. Here we are, let's get cleaned about, guys. Hi. So we're going to get going. I think we'll get going. We're going to have a look and see if there's any. Have another look, see if there's any evidence of addresses on this. I don't think. Well, there might be, but it depends how much time you want to take to do it. You know. JTR 24/7. Yes. Depends how much time you want to spend doing it, doesn't it? You know, it's simple as that, really. So we've got Skip Larry. So what I'd ideally like to do is come down here at rush hour, and it's just a case of getting sorted out. You know, I just don't get sorted out in time. You know, I don't. And you know, whatever it is I'm doing, I'm late. You know. But remember, calm and confident, calm and confident. Stay calm and confident. Right, so we're going. We'll go down and have a look at this crap. I might start another video, aye. So that's 30 minutes we've been doing this one. Yeah, so. God, an EV van. Fucking hell. Yeah, so all that's easily disprovable, all that EV shit. Damn, the pressure's on. Yeah, all that stuff's very easily disprovable. It's simple. Well, it's simple if you've got a rocket scientist sitting next to you. It's the EV thing is just forcing you to buy a new car. It's really clever, actually. Yeah, don't get me wrong. It's really clever what Elon Musk has done. It's really very clever, but it's forcing you to buy a new car when you don't need to. It's a massive scam against you and me and everybody else. And just be, you know, get real and recognise that, you know, that's what it is. Because that's what it is. Foundation Engineers, RogerBullivant.co.uk. Right, I got that wrong in the past. Roger, so it's RB, Roger Bullivant, Foundation Engineers. I had got it wrong before. Yeah, so the EV thing, it's not going to. I mean, you're sort of deluded into thinking, or delusional, that you are delusional if you think it's going to. It's not saving the planet. They're dirtier. There's nothing. There's no evidence at all, apart from the exhaust. It doesn't have an exhaust on the vehicle, but it creates more pollution and more emissions in the whole grand scheme of everything about it. So don't believe otherwise. You know, don't. There's one there. I mean, if you don't care, that's fine. Like the guy that was, you know, like guy was shouting at me the other day out of the car, which is fine. Maybe just sort of get in a car. Who cares? A company car or whatever it is. But the reality is that it's a lie. It's a big, pernicious, massive lot of shit. Right? So don't believe it. It's crap. And if you do believe it, you're a moron. Johnston Car Transport. Ew. Cars. A lot of cars going. You know, it is a lot of crap, and that is a fact. Elon Musk has become the richest man in the world. How? You know, how's that happened? And they're banning your car, banning your petrol and diesel car. Isn't that just wonderful? That you can ban something and make somebody buy something else. So who exactly is benefiting from this? Is it you and me? No, it's no, is it? And they make our cars illegal. Our cars that are perfectly legal before, and they make them illegal. You're not allowed to use them. Oh, you are, but it could be that you can't go anywhere in them. So people say, well, they're not making them illegal. Well, they are. Fucking bastards, right? Okay, that's enough of that one. And there's another horrible fucking thing. That signifies communism. That's what that is. Central control, domination. Will dominate you. Actually, same with the log burner thing. There was a log burner thing came up this morning. And some fucking fanny was going on. It got removed, actually. Somebody was saying how dangerous it is for asthma and everything. You know, well, I mean, Really? I mean, there's lots of things can affect your asthma. Dust, you know, cooking. What used to happen with me was so it fucked up the truck, was the feathers off, downy feathers. I used to get allergic to reaction to them. So if you want to pinpoint anything like log burners, and you can demonise them if you like, but that's only like that's not multivariate analysis, is it? UPH Vehicle Recovery Service, Stirling. You know, you need to look at everything. So what's the alternatives? Hypothermia, gas, air source heat pump, oil, you know, diesel fuel. I don't know, what's the alternative to stay warm? Coal. Well, it's a log burner, I'm talking wood, you know, that's what I meant by that, right? In case you were wondering. McVarren Transport. That's a new one, I haven't seen them much. There was a comment they wanted to see some more English trucks. Yeah, I don't mind. There are English trucks. Obviously, because we're in Scotland, rubbish removal, Matt the van man. Obviously, because we're in Scotland, it tends to be Scottish trucks. Heat and cool fire, delivering winners and dinners probably as well. Right. So, yeah, there you go. Time to shuffle off to Buffalo. Maybe I should come here and spend all day here. Like, just spend the rest of my life here. I'd have to get a chair, wouldn't I? And a kettle. A chair and a kettle. Right, so, covered a lot of shit. And it's 36 minutes. I think we'll start a new video and we'll have a look at the hi guys, we'll have a look at, see what's happened at the dumb dumping bit, if anything. Okay, thanks for watching, bye. Hello guys, welcome to the channel guys. We're going to head up to Bannockburn. I tried to get both these hinges on and failed. I couldn't quite do it. Because I think it's difficult when it's dropping down in the middle. I tried to put wood under it and that didn't work. Well, I better watch this wood doesn't have nails sticking out for anybody to hurt their feet. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Don't, yeah. Right, you know, I could have done with some of that for kindling. I don't really want to. It seems like a lot of hassle coming down here just to get kindling, doesn't it? Could have done with it though. So this is a beauty. It was a beauty spot. Yes, it was. Beauty spot. Dog walking spot. To be fair, there's not so many people come up here. I used to walk through there quite a lot. I don't think there's that many people come down here. But there is a lot of people go across that bridge and down the side. Yeah. Somebody's been down, somebody's been at it. Is there any way we could see if there's any paperwork? Was what I was thinking. Bearing in mind, it's pretty gross, a lot of this stuff. I mean, it would be a bit of a stretch to try and get in there. 17th of March. So they've been having ham sandwiches, we can tell that, and they've been to Aldi. Oh, so it's just about everybody else. You know. Yeah. So what I failed was, there was like a broom against there, It's gone. Somebody's picked it up. Check it and see. Please check it and see if there's an address on it, because I think there was. Right, you know. There will be something here to indicate the address. There will be. Well, I don't exactly want to empty any of these bags, but yeah, there will be something here. But where? What we've got here. That's just a bit of wallpaper. Don't see anything obvious, guys. Rubble sacks, heavy duty rubble sacks. There's a slate. A slate. Let's pick that up later actually, it might be quite handy for something that. Slate. Decent slate. Yeah. I don't know why we conked out there. Well, it's mostly just don't see any but that, so obviously that's modern stuff, that stuff there, that's modern, you know, that's been, so the rest of it isn't modern, you know, so that gives you a bit of a clue what's happening or what's going on. No, I don't see anything. Don't see nothing, guys. So if the person that picked up the broom that's there, please send the address to the council. Send the address to the council, please. No, nothing. I bet there is something in here. Bet you. Oh aye, so they've been at McDonald's. So it's just about everybody. Yeah, junk food, junk society, everything's junk. Well, I give up. I give up. I think I give up. I do give up, guys. What's this in here? It does look quite gross, doesn't it? It's like, what the fuck? Right, I've had enough of this. Okay. Maybe we'll never know. But the person that took the broom, please check for the address. And you can send it anonymously. You don't have to put your name. I didn't do it anonymously, I put my name on it. So it might be something in that. Maybe there wasn't. Maybe I was just imagining things. So yeah. Right, so I need to go up to the chemist now. Ooh. Maybe. I mean, somebody's picked that broom up, taken it away. I think it was a broom. Oh, that looks interesting. Huh. Oh, that's making a lot of difference. Now we can slip in a bit of wood. Beauty spot. It's totally horrible now, isn't it? At one time, the locals would have looked after this. You just get the odd one or two people try to improve things, and it's a bit futile, I suppose. So I've just left these telegraph poles. I suppose that's cheaper than taking them away. I would have thought probably you're supposed to remove them, covered in creosote. Some green communist will come along and tell you that the creosote will poison the ground. Yes, without a doubt. That's what's going to happen, guys. If I think about the amount of videos I've done, that's why they're calling me a Russian bot. And it's not. If you really want a reason for it, if you like, Asperger's is the reason. So people with Asperger's tend to be obsessive, and they are the type of people that would do something like not just a bit. They do it completely. Like it becomes like you become like a machine. Well, you are a machine. You know, you're a machine doing stuff. And that's what I'm like. I know it can be quite a negative thing, because you can do things that aren't good, like sex change or fucking your life up. Well, drugs, but I didn't really do drugs, but it seems to be a bigger problem now. So the path up here is sort of, there it is, but it's kind of, in the summer it's actually really tricky coming down here, which is wonderful how everything changes. So that's why I'm doing these videos. That's why I'm doing it. I enjoy the environment around me, not just the trucks and the cars, but the actual environment as well. And hope to get back into the art studio soon, get my life sorted out. Sort of messing about with shit, etc, etc. The diet's a bit difficult as well. I'm on a diet at the moment, finding it tough. Yeah. Some diet is I just eat once a day, and it's working for me. I have lost weight because I'm not eating as much. And this exercise is part of it as well. So hopefully I should survive longer than I would have done otherwise. Aye. Yeah. Yep. Oh God. Oh God. Fuck, ding dong. So nothing's ever the same. This will be different in a couple of weeks' time. Everything changes. Everything around you. Life is never a constant. So when you get settled like me, try to do that car boot sale every Saturday, and I've had to move on. It's a very difficult choice, you know, but I've had to move on. That's what that means. It means nothing really at the end of the day. But somebody put that at somebody's grave and it meant something at the time. Got the blue sky behind it. Right. Oh, fuck. Life is tough, the environment is tough. The environment doesn't give a shit about your feelings. You know? It doesn't. No, it doesn't. Right. We're at 5 minutes. I think what we'll do is we'll get to the end of here, then I'll just walk up to Chemist. Yeah. Which way you want to go, up that way or down that way? I think so. So there was certainties in life. So one thing would be your date of birth. Like you can't change your date of birth. So at one time, well, the thing about the sex and the gender, one time you couldn't change your sex. And then there was a case, was it Goodwin? That was when the right to change your sex, or at least as far as your birth markers went. So that's all a bit in the air at the moment, thanks to the government. We've got a weak Labour government. Maybe the SNP pushed it too far under Nicola Sturgeon, and so they're rolling back a bit on that. But as far as I'm concerned, I know what happened to me, and I'm going to stick with that. So if you want to take me on anywhere, you know, just be warned that, you know, I know what happened, and I know what the government has changed my documents, and that's good enough for me. So if you don't believe that or don't accept that, that's your problem. How does that work in practice? Well, it could be in the toilet or something. The reality is it doesn't really affect your everyday life that much, but it could cause a lot of hassles, depending what job you've got, yeah. So that bridge has been like that. We better go and have a look at it. For a couple of years now. So what they did is they came along, fenced it off, because the flood, the heavy rain had washed away part of the path, which made it unsafe. So we've got, now in our society we have this health and safety culture, but so that therefore it kind of has a bit of a, the reality is everything's more dangerous. Actually is, because oh Jesus, we're getting a call. Right, so we get Tuesday the 24th of March. I'm getting a video call at 1 PM. Right, so they're not going to send a letter. Well, they asked me, I said, no, just send me an email. Right, okay, so this, has it been fixed? So they put up the Harris fence, and they fenced it all off actually. You weren't supposed to use it. And the public says, I didn't think so. So 2 years later, they've no money. They've no money for it. That's, you know, that's the reality of it. So this bit here, aye, that's the dangerous bit there. You come along there and fall in there. So that thing's got all, you know, all the information in there. So they're being starved of money. The councils don't have the money. Who do you want to start blaming? British government, Scottish government? Yeah. Just go for it. That's what they do all the time. It's like silly really, but well, we could go up them steps. We have to climb over the top at the top. Yeah. It's not that easy climbing over the top of there actually, so right, no it isn't. That's another thing. I mean, that's never going to get fixed. I wouldn't be surprised if they let the bridge fall down. They're that useless. So this, all you numpties go about agreeing with what's going on. This is the result. Your infrastructure's falling apart. What do I mean? Well, people that agree with stupid shit that costs money. So that's what I'm talking about. EVs, fucking 20 zones, clean air zones, pot plants, blocking roads, doing away with this, doing away with that, banning log burners, all sorts of green shit. And that's the result. The reality of living in Scotland is you have this. That's been like that for 2 years. That. 2 fucking years. And it's going to be like that for another few years until they get around. Because they don't have the money to fix it. So, that's what you get voting for these idiots. Starting to smell the spring coming in. Starting to smell it. Smell the spring. Now it depends which way you do video on, but it can have a different. You can do it sort of surreptitiously, or you can be completely upfront and confident. It's a bit difficult, Ladywell Park, to do it that way sometimes. Mad cyclist. I can't even fucking see. Aye, a mad cyclist. Just looking for my glasses though. Ferndean Terrace. I mean, 20 zones are not speed limits anyway, especially when the sign is like that. You know, that just shows you how seriously they're taking it. We've got the County 56 bus, and that's the County bus, the one I get to Wetherspoons. No, it's no. If it comes that way, it's no. Oh, is it? Oh, I don't know. I've never went. Yeah, it is the one I use. Yeah, it is. Dummy. It's Campbell, and he peeped at me, and I missed it. Oh shit. Never mind. Campbell. I haven't seen him for a while. Oh, I got a fucking peeping session there, and that was. At least we got him a wee bit. Yeah. So put it on. I knew that was going to happen. Yeah. Yeah, it is. Aye. Let's see how there's the roundabout. We've got a freaking post in front, a lamp post and a sign in front of us. We've got a sign in front of us. Oh, that's not working very well. How's that? If only Campbell had turned up a little bit earlier, we'd have caught him peeping at the roundabout. Never mind. You know what? It doesn't matter. You know, reality is life. Opportunities and stuff that happens. It doesn't fucking matter. It doesn't. I think we'll just go to the chemist. Oh, what's this coming? Oh, we've got a mini. Well, you're not going to get any trucks here, are you? No, not really. No, you're not going to get any trucks at all. Oh. A BMW, guys. Alright. Right, so that's the first mini roundabout. So there's the ice cream van. Shout out to the ice cream van. He's wondering who I am. So I'm going to go to the chemist and get my medication. If it's there. I mean, everybody takes medication. Almost, I think. Everybody does. So, yeah. Sold. House has been sold. It must be a flat or something. Yeah. Alright, guys. So the Scottish government, the Green Communists, put this shit in. So, fuck knows how much that cost. I would have all this cleared out. I would have it all removed and back to normal. And just normal stuff, you know. That's what I would do. So it's kind of like back in the day, it'd be like, oh, there's somebody filming. There's somebody filming at the... Right, so, we're having out, guys. British summertime has arrived. Is it really? British summertime is here, guys. I don't think so. I'm on a diet, right? I'm trying to cut down what I'm eating. Look what I'm looking at. I'll show you what I'm looking at right now. Fucking beans. Baked beans. That's what I'm looking at. So please, guys, stop tempting me with tins of fake stuff. Stop it. It's not helping. You know you're not going to get any trucks here, don't you? Oh, you know that, don't you? So you be as well just going home, have a cup of coffee. There's nothing happening here. It's dead. Nothing. Apart from Campbell. Maybe we could get Campbell on the way back. So everything's a disgrace. Everything's going tits up. Everything's going wrong, guys. Everything is going wrong. You've got fat people driving about in electric bombs with radiation coming off them, toxic chemicals, and somehow you'll go, oh, log burners cause asthma. You know, it's like, yeah, really? Hypothermia causes death. Stop giving them... Another thing yesterday, arguing about the DVLA clamping vehicles. So what I said was, it's not lawful in Scotland, and it's true, it's not. You can't deprive somebody of their property. But all these numpties, come on, all these idiots in Scotland, calling me stupid and all sorts. Whose side are you fucking on, like? So you've got to pay this, it used to be called road tax, it's now called VED. I think Margaret Thatcher changed it. Maybe that's another thing she is to blame for. And changed it. And all the money just goes into a big giant black hole, maybe paying for migrants staying in hotels. And you turn around and attack me when I say that it's unlawful. Whose fucking side are you on? Obviously not on the side of the people, are you? You're on the side of the bloody tyrants. Tyrants! Tyrannical government. Corporations. So you're a moron. It's a tax. It was road tax. If the roads were perfect and we didn't have any issues, then I could get your point, but that's not the case. Go. If you want to come, I'm going one down. Oh, that's nearly my initials. Oh, aye. So they built that building, and yeah, I did video of that back, so it's changed now. That was just a big field there. Yeah, eventually they'll probably knock that school down. Or they'll just leave it sitting there. You just don't know. Yeah, you can predict what's going to happen in the future, what happened in the past. So the schools have been indoctrinated by the Green Communist stuff as well. So you're brainwashing your kids, and teachers speak out against it, they won't go on very well. Yeah. So that's a bit of a hole in it. Yeah. So it's 11:10, 10 past 11. 17th. No, this is Wednesday. This is the 18th. You keep putting false information out in these videos because I noticed it and I watched some of them back. The one I did a bit of dumb dumping, I said it was Wednesday. It's no freaking Wednesday. No, this is Wednesday. Yesterday was Tuesday. So thanks for watching. Bye.